Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the TeamProjectPan update. I like doing this project. It's my second year doing it. It was set up by Kat and Hailey. It's a rolling project, pan something from pretty much every category, and when you hit goal or whatever, when you finish it, in my case when you finish it, you roll in another item. Every quarter there is a refresh, so we're not at that time, so I'm just going to get into it. Today I have 2 empties, which I am shocked about because of my amount of makeup application. So I'm going to start with those, show you the progress, show you what I'm rolling in. So the first product I actually finished is a lipstick. Oh my god. It's the NYX High Voltage lipstick in Playdate. I even dug out what was on the inside of this thing. It was so creamy, like it was a lavender colour. I don't know, is it because it was so old that it just flew, but it got everywhere and it flew, and it was actually a really nice shade. I've decided that I like pink purple lavender color. Really nice lipstick out of my collection. Very like, it would go everywhere though, that's the only thing, but I did really enjoy the shade. But this is my first empty. The second one is a kind of a lead-in, so a Makeup Revolution palette, and I got it from Pork. So on the screen you'll be able to see that we had some pan in the light shade in the top row and the dark shade on the bottom row. I was pretty happy with that. And then this time, oh my god, I finished the dark shade. I don't know, because I didn't look at the video, did I expand this? That's a bronzer out of my collection. I got to take it off my inventory. It was so rewarding. It's my first bronzer of the year that I have finished, and I count it because this thing took me forever to get through. Well, it feels like it took me forever, and it was only meant to be like 2 grams or something per hole. Last month I was 108 grams. This month I'm 107, so I went down a further gram. Thank God that's finished. It's so like nice to see something looking like this. It's actually really nice as well. I was using that dark shade on my neck. This light shade that I thought was going to be too light is actually a lovely bronzer on me. I didn't realise how fair I was. For highlighters, I was using the highlighting palette Solstice. It still weighs the same at 75 grams. I had used an awful lot of it up, as you can see, but it doesn't look any different from the last time because I only used it a couple of times because I'm panning so many highlighters, so I wanted to focus on one and get that one out. I nearly have that one out, and then I'll be back focusing on this one. It is actually really intense of a colour. I already have swatches on my arm because I recorded another video before this one. Yeah, there it is there. It's a purple one, but the texture of it feels really weird. It does accentuate texture on my skin, but it is really intense. It's a purple cool tone highlighter and it's nice. Wouldn't get this again, but it is good value for money because it's my 4th year panning it. My goal is to finish this by the end of the year, and I hope that I still can, considering the amount of highlighters I have in projects. I'm just gonna try my best because 4th year needs to be the year. For foundations, I was using my Revlon Colorstay Combination Oily in 1110 Ivory, and I went down 2 grams this month. 2 grams. Look at that. We went down not as much as the previous one because I focused more on the other foundation this time. This is a really full coverage foundation. I am mixing it with another product that you'll see later to make it not as full coverage, and then I do leave it kind of full coverage-ish right here. It's nice that when I do that I can actually pick what kind of coverage I want. It's a matte finish foundation. I don't know would I get it again. It's not cruelty free, but I had purchased this many times in the past, used them many times, and I used to love it, but my tastes are kind of changing in relation to coverage. But I do like that I can mix it and choose the coverage and have the option. A quick one, but a product nonetheless, is my Benefit Brow in the shade 2. It still weighs 29 grams. It has not gone down any grams since I've introduced this into the project. I have been panning this for, it was a year on Christmas Day that I've been panning this. I don't mind, it's the only pomade that I have. I panned a full one of these before, so I am very aware it's still here. It's still going. I mentioned in a few videos before, I have 2 products that are on my table in work, and obviously we're not back to work yet, so I can't show you those. But anyway, for body lotion, I am panning the Sugar Crush from Soap & Glory, and I have gone down this little amount. Now, I think what the problem is here is I still can't smell, so I find it hard to put on when I can't smell it. My hands were dry, I used this on my hands. I know that it smells like sugary lime. Yes, it smells like sugary lime. It's still in here. We moved down a little bit when my hands were dry, I used it that way, and I'm going to continue on it. It is 500 mils or 16.2 US fluid ounces. For blush, I'm using this one here. It doesn't look any different, but I used it, I'm going to say, I think it was 7 times. It is a peachy one and it's the last one from my Makeup Revolution 36 pan palette. I've used up all of the other ones. There it is there. It's really, really lovely, except the formula's crap. It's just, the formula is just a pressed, it feels exactly like pressed baby powder except it has a colour in it. Absolutely beautiful shade though, and I really like it. For powder, I rolled in the Wet n Wild contouring palette in Dulce de Leche. It is still 62 grams. I had hit pan the last time, so I'll show you that. And now here is where it is at the moment. I haven't looked at the before, but I feel like the pan has to have expanded in that shade there. Oh, it has a lot of kick up, but I really love this powder. It's such a shame Wet n Wild status, because I really like, now I don't know if everyone likes how puffy it is, but I love that. I hit pan in this powder in a month and I didn't use it every time. And I didn't use it all over my face either, I just used it under my eyes. So I don't know, but I really like it. Such a shame. Is there anything like this? Does anyone know about? My mascara is still going, there's nothing to say here. It is the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. I don't like this mascara at all. It gets, I don't know if it's because my eyes are hooded, but it gets to the up here really easily and it just doesn't do anything for my lashes. I have to apply like 3 or 4 coats to even get them to look like they're there. This product here I rolled in the last time in place of a liquid highlighter, but it's actually an oil-free moisturizer from Neutrogena. Brand new. I had never used it. It was in my collection for a long time and I pulled the thing off. I went down 3 grams this month. I still can't see through it to market, so it obviously doesn't have much to show there, but I've been mixing it in with my foundation. It's actually really nice. It's really handy. It's 50 mils. It's a nice little tube. Nothing to say really, it's only a moisturizer. If this wasn't in this project, it'd still be sitting in the basket in the bathroom. The next one is a concealer palette, a contouring palette I rolled in. Sleek Makeup contouring palette in Light 095. I was working on the banana highlighter. If I have a picture of the last month, I'll put it up there somewhere. And here is where I am now. So we just have this bit here that's left in the corner. I finished these bronzers last year and I hit pan on this last year, and we just have this little bit left here. Formula is just not good on it anymore, but because I'm so close to the end, I'm just going to see it through. It is a banana highlighting shade. I put it underneath my eyes and then I put another concealer over top. My goal is to finish this entire palette. I actually think I could do it. I rolled in this lip gloss the last time and it is the NYX Buttergloss in Meringue, and I was 15 grams at the intro and now I'm down to 13 grams, so we've gone down 2. There it is there. I'm starting to think I need to take the stopper out of it, but like what will happen? There it is there on the top. I put this over a lip liner because it's not really like a lip gloss, it's like a lip cream. It's sticky like a gloss, but it has so much pigment in it that you don't need a lipstick under it because it's not transparent at all. It's completely opaque. I like it. I have heard that this is a monstrosity to pan, but these are officially now the oldest products in my lip part of my collection, so they're up next to be used no matter how long it takes. Someone asked how I pan lip products so quickly. I work at a desk, say. I leave them on the table in front of me beside the computer, and when my lips are dry I reapply. I don't reapply if there's no need, but I do reapply if it's gone, and if I notice that my lips are dry, I kind of use this almost as a lip balm. 2 pencil products, then the roll-ins, and then the other part of my video. For eyeliner, look at this, for eyeliner, for eyebrow pencil. Look at the size of it now. My Catrice eyebrow pencil in Casanova, year 2 of panning. Every single time I've done my eyebrows, this has gone into it. I think it's a really good shade match. I'm not totally fond of the tip. I prefer a pointier nib on the top of the pencil, but it's getting hard to use now. As soon as I can't sharpen it is when it's done. For lip liner, I was using this one from Yardley London. It's a pink one. It's actually a really nice lip liner. Not the colour, I don't really like pink on me, but the formula is really nice. I'm just gonna show you on a piece of paper. So this is it here. So I went from this line down to this line. That's actually a pretty big jump in comparison to the other lines. So I must have been focusing on this one more this month. I didn't notice that I was, but I must have been. First product I'm rolling in is another one out of this bronzer palette, and I think I'm just going to play around and see which one is the darkest out of these 3, and I will pan the darkest one. I'll work on it. I'll try all three of them and see which is the darkest, and I'll be panning another shade from this palette. Or in place of lipstick, I was like, what am I going to do? Because I am panning so many lipsticks at the moment. So I'm rolling in this little, I know it looks very little, I got it from Ellen. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. It's only a mini, which is that what you call these? We don't get them over here. And that is it here. Now I've worn this. This is not going to be quick on me. It's a very like hard cream, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't seem to move down very, very quickly. I want to finish this. So even though it's small, this is going to be difficult for me to use, but I want to finish it. And I'm panning 4 or 5 lipsticks at the moment simultaneously. So the next part of this video is the bit where I work on some face products like bronzers and highlighters for the month in a kind of an effort to shop my stash / chopping block. So last time I pretty much rolled out nearly, I decluttered most of it, but this time let's show you what we were working on. So the first thing is for blush. I rolled in this to use for the month. It is from Tarte. It is in Dollface. It's a cool tone pink matte blush. I love the Tarte blushes. I have so many of them. So this is staying and it got used for the month. It's very bubblegummy pink, but for the moment I'm keeping it and I use it for the month, and now I'm going to put it back. For bronzers, I rolled in this Too Faced Soulmates Carrion Big one. This came to me shattered, so I had repressed the blush into an empty butter bronzer that I'd finished, and I repressed this bronzer. So we were worried the last time, well I was, because it was in the past, it was so warm, I had thought. You guys suggested some helpful things. One, I just want to mention because I think this will be useful for people. Someone suggested to repress a warm bronzer with a matte, I think she said matte, with a grey eyeshadow to make it a bit more cooler. I thought that was brilliant. Haven't tried it, but because I used this with a different bronzer brush and it was perfect, no problem. It was a bit warm, but it wasn't orange terracotta warm. So I liked it, I'm keeping it, and I will probably pan this. I imagine it will take an awfully long time to pan. It is 18 grams. But I liked it and I'm glad I got used, because normally I pan things and nothing else gets used because I rigidly pan, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want everything to be used. For highlighters, I was did I say panning all this time? I don't know. I was using the Moonchild Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I got this on Beauty Bay a long time ago. I've been using this for the month on top of my other highlighters. The only one I didn't get to are these two at the bottom. I have to say, I really like them. Okay, so these can you see? 1, 2, 3 are subtle. These are more intense. I have on this shade Star today, and I don't know if you can see, but I don't think it came up duochromy, which is grand. It's just like a more of a cool tone shade. Like the green, the pink one is my favorite at the moment. The green one I actually reached for the most because I'm using Subculture. It is a cool tone with a green shift. It's like a duochrome, and it's not too intense. So I'm happy to put that back into my collection, and it's gotten used. So for this month, for highlighters, I'm going to roll in this Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in Ice Gold. It is 15 grams and it's massive. I paid a fortune for this and I never use it. If I like this, I'm keeping it. If it's not, I'm going to find it a new home, and I know a friend of mine who actually would love this. So as in, she said to me she'd love this. So if I don't use it, she will love it because it's huge. It cost me a bloody fortune and I never use it. It is a cool tone and like an icy one. I'm not sure how I feel about that formula, being quite honest with you. So this is really icy boom. Let me just try blend that and see what happens. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. And the only reason I didn't get rid of it up until now is because of how much I spent on it. And now that it would have a home to go to, I need to use it and see, maybe I will. For bronzers, I got this in Aldi. It was €5. It's called Aloha from Liqueur. I think it's a dupe of the Benefit Hoola. I finished a Benefit Hoola before. It took me 13 months of using it 5 days a week from when I had already hit pan on it. So this one here I haven't used yet because I bought it just after I finished the Hoola. So that's that one there. I just want to get used to it because I actually haven't used it yet. I can't see myself getting rid of this one because I do like the Hoola. And I did swatch them side by side and they were pretty much the same. No, they were the same. They're the same. I'm going to use this for the month as well. God, this bit makes me excited to use stuff. Look at me overwhelming myself. Look. A blush palette. So this is part of that gift I got for Christmas, not last year, but the year, but no, sorry, 2018. Jeannie, what year is it? 2018 Christmas, and here they are. Look at all of them. Look at all of them. So I want to use all of the shades and see what the story is here. This is from Makeup Evolution, if I haven't already mentioned, and I want to see how I feel and get used to it. So that's my video, guys. Look at my arms. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you the next time.